Toyota, every day bringing our team one step closer.
And I think if we initiate it, will always be putting them about again. You know? Yeah.
There's so much talk going on board these boats now as they approach that third mark. And it may well be, Tom, that Alinghi are on the ley line, do you think?
Yes, but as you can hear, Brad is pretty keen to use this power of the starboard tack, and we could see some serious manoeuvring at the top. He's planning that as Alinghi comes, as Team New Zealand tacks, he doesn't think they'll be able to cross.
When he tacks, you can aim at his stern and he won't cross you. We're gaining a lot here, bro. Yeah, but we don't want to go.
So confident with his call.
You heard that? He just, he said he's calm. Now, of course, if he makes a mistake and Team New Zealand does cross, they'll look a little, a tiny bit foolish.
Competitors, this is your race committee, be advised, we are changing the course to your finish.
All of a sudden, we've seen, a few more meters and a few more meters at this.
To the finish, the signal is being made at the top mark. Flag Charlie is being displayed. Change of course. Course to the finish is 3-2-5. Alinghi top order.
So change of course here from Peter Reggio. But we're watching those figures, and a few meters means a fair bit at this stage of a race.
It certainly does. You know, this, if the wind goes a little bit left, then the lead of the Kiwis is a bit more. As you know, Alinghi thinks the Kiwis do have a bigger lead than 23 metres. They think it's around 30. But after the tack, it'll be less than a boat length, and so you'll see the boats converge, and then Alinghi will try to put the Kiwis about, back onto starboard, and then beat them around that way.
This is one riveting boat race, no doubt about that. Race 7, standing by that mark is Peter Montgomery.
Boy, there's going to be some action coming here at the top mark. So here comes Team New Zealand tacking now.
This is going to be very interesting, PJ. Alinghi have the starboard tack here. The Team New Zealand, both boats dialed down here. This could result in a penalty for one of the boats here.
Alinghi's on starboard.
Oh, expect the flag. There's a flag.
And they've forced Team New Zealand away. We heard Brad Butterworth say, aim for his stern.
Slam dunk here by Alinghi.
And Alinghi is right on top of them. The lead changes again.
Question here is, can they lay the mark on port tack? Oh, yellow flag. Team New Zealand. Penalty, Team New Zealand.
Team New Zealand has got a penalty against it. Right, we'll talk about that in a minute. Just let's get around the top mark, though, for a start. Alinghi has got their bow out in front. Alinghi will lead around the top mark. So the lead changes for the 4th time. Here we go to mark number 3. Into the last leg of the race. Team New Zealand led at the last mark by 14 seconds after running and gunning Alinghi down. And it stops at 11 seconds. And it's Alinghi who are leading. Right. Now let's just quickly go back and wait till Team New Zealand hoist and get underway. And we'll talk about what they're going to do. We saw they were quicker downhill. But Team New Zealand have got a penalty outstanding now.
Approaching the top mark. The starboard boat Alinghi bore away and held her course. New Zealand bore away to go below her. She didn't keep clear. Subsequently, Alinghi had to avoid her, and it was a penalty on yellow Team New Zealand.
Righto, to expand on that, Jimmy Spittle.
Going forward, Don.
Yeah, I wonder if that was the race just there, PJ. We talked about how there could be some fireworks up the top. Alinghi on the right-hand side, starboard hand, right of way. Team New Zealand tack. We're ahead without about, had to do a big duck to get down. We see it here. Here goes Team New Zealand tacking over onto port tack. Alinghi puts the bow down straight away. Team New Zealand bow down, trying to get below Alinghi. It's not enough. If the boats held their course right there, there would be a collision. Look for Alinghi here to luff and protest, and that's a penalty, Team New Zealand. And look, PJ, I think it's going to be very difficult to come back from that.
Absolutely. Well, we heard Brad Butterworth setting up for it, and really Terry Hudson should have been aware of it. Frankly, Team New Zealand would have been better to follow the leader around the top mark and not expose themselves to that manoeuvre.
Yeah, just watching the onboard shot there, guys, with the hands in the air. From what sounded by the umpires, a very, very clear decision. And certainly from the helicopter shot, it did look like it was a fair call. As you said, PJ, the other option was to simply follow Alinghi around the top mark, get into that attacking position and try and make the pass down the bottom, which they did the run before.
Well, they've done that before, and surely Team New Zealand must have known they're going to be exposed there and target practice, because certainly the aerial shot was conclusive, and there was no doubt that that was a penalty.